Hi, this is Sue Sullivan. I have CRPS in my hand up to my shoulder and in my chest and my back. And it also affects my jaw here and my chest. And um, things I can use my hand, but I have to know the limit of what it can do. Otherwise, I have to lay down and let it rest and let all the muscles um, relax for me and the nerves to settle down. But I've also got pain down my back. It goes across to my left shoulder and then down my back. And it can wrap around the front here. And it wrapped around the front up here, but I think I was trying to breathe deeper and it was a little shaky at first, but I did manage to be able to take a deep breath again and to exhale. And I have to remember to keep my shoulders down and shoulders back and try to stand up as straight as I can. But this is it. This is me walking. And I have to be very careful. Today I'm jerking a lot, so if I accidentally touch something with my foot or my leg, I will go out. My leg will go out, actually. And here I'll turn around a little more. And this knee doesn't want to straighten up all the way. I can't get it to do that. The right one, I can, but not this one. It's a little bit more fussy. And of course, the nerve pain goes from across the top of my foot, over my ankle, and then up over here, all the way up and over, across to my spine like that. And sometimes putting clothes on takes a little bit and I have to lay down and rest because it's all touching me here. I have to get used to the feel and yeah, and it does kind of restrict my motion. Okay, I'm gonna try walking. I take tiny steps. And then when I go up a step, I have to take my right foot and go up and then drag this leg up too. And if I hit the corner of the step, I need to be holding on to something because it will activate it and make it jerk. And I want to show you something. Oh, oh, okay. My foot is cramping, and that's what it does when I walk. The more I walk, the more it cramps up, and I am walking on like my toes. I hope you can see it. But anyway, I didn't have this kind of problem. I just had it in my arms, my arm here, not this one. And I was getting injections from the pain doctor, and he did one on the shoulder, on the upper shoulder here, and he touched a nerve, and my arm shot out in a way, and it was like a bolt of lightning went through my arm and hand. I am not kidding you. I got zapped really hard. It scared me, and the doctor said it scared him. He never had that happen, ever. So, what the heck was that? I don't know. But my arm did not like it. So, that was that for that. And then I went home, and like the next day, my back was burning on fire like this. And down my leg, it felt like a rope, big rope that was on fire with like a straw rope. And all the tendon things, all the veins and whatever felt like they were digging into my muscle. And it went all the way down my leg and across my ankle and on top of my foot. Now, when it got down to my ankle and foot, oh my God, the burning pain, plus it felt like somebody was taking a sledgehammer to my ankle and beating it, because it was like those nerves went across the bone, and there was nothing to absorb the pain. And it like up here you have the muscle. Of course it hurts, but it was hard. I laid in bed for 3 days, and I kid you not, I was crying, just crying in pain. And Pat tried to come in, and I'm like, the motion of your body coming in this room is causing me severe burning pain. Don't come in, stay away. And then he stood by the door and he said, what do you want me to do? And I'm like, call an ambulance. I can't move. This is hurting so bad. And he goes, how can I call an ambulance when you won't even let me come in the room? How are you going to put up with getting on a cart and being hauled off? And he was right. I couldn't do that. So I laid in bed for 3 days in an agonizing pain. It was horrid. I don't ever want to have it again. It was not good. And then if I had to go to the bathroom, I would get up and I would drag this leg, just drag it. And I had to lay across the toilet seat to keep my leg straight because I couldn't bend it. And that's where I went to the bathroom. Luckily, I could get there and then back. So I would get back in bed and just lay there. The sheet on my bed hurt me, especially the top of my toes. I couldn't stand anything to touch my leg at all. If they did, if something touched it, I just screamed in a bad pain. And it was worse than giving birth, honestly. I would have cut my leg off. If I knew I had to live with that, I would cut my leg off. I don't want it. That pain was bad. So 3 days I laid there, and finally on the 4th day it seemed to ease up just a little. But the pain to sit, I couldn't sit. I had to like lay on a chair and keep my legs straight. So then when I went to the pain doctor and he was giving me shots in my arm for the pain up here, I told him, I know we're dealing with my arm, but I have such horrid pain in my back and down my legs. I cannot take the pain. We have to do something. So he took the injection and I laid on my stomach and he gave me a shot in my spine. Now, I really didn't feel any better. And I had to wait like 2 weeks, I think, before I could go back in. and I got another shot. So now I've done 2, and still it was very hard. Nothing could touch me. The touching, the tapping. Um, I can describe it like this. When I would go to physical therapy for this hand and arm, I would stick it in the rice bucket, and then I would pour the rice over my arm to desensitize it. And it would hurt. It would. But if I took one piece of rice and dropped it, bing, on my arm, oh, the pain was way, way, way worse. It would cramp up my hand like this, and I would be like this then, holding it, and I had to be very careful not to breathe on my hand, because even that breath would cause more pain. So a lot of times I got a towel and I put it in there and I wrapped it up tight, and for whatever reason it had equal pressure on my arm. Yeah, Bosco, I know. Come on, come on. So, yeah, so then I had this pain for a long time, and I made the appointment to go back in to get the 3rd shot in my back. And when I went in, I told the doctor, I said, I'm having pain with my left leg, and maybe it's because I'm walking so weird with this leg. And I said, but this leg, my back is getting really bad. It hurts. So can you give a shot in both sides, this side and this side? And he said, yeah. So that's what he did. He gave this side a shot. And then when he went to give this side a shot, my leg just cramped up. Oh my God, the pain. And I couldn't get off the table. And the girls were going, well, we have to get you off the table because we need this for the next patient. And I'm like, I know I can't move it. Oh, the pain in there was terrible. And so finally I got off. They wanted to put me in a wheelchair, and I said, no, I don't know if I can sit. So I hobbled out of there with that. And now I have 2 legs that are bad, that are the same. The nerves that came down when it wasn't as hard after that first time, the stinging and the burning, and when it would go across the front here like that, and down here through there, but then across with the little fingers like. And then, of course, it went over the ankles and across the top of my foot and in the arch of my foot and my toes. I couldn't have anything touching me. No socks, no shoes, no pants. If they had the pants, they had to be rolled up so that the rim of the pants don't touch the top of my foot. And I have a hard time when I go out and I have to have shoes on most of the time. I will say there are times when it's not so bad, but when it's like this, I have to lay down quite a few times because of how it hurts. I feel so stiff in my back, all the way up to my shoulders. It just feels stiff, and it's hard to go upstairs because I can do this leg, but it gets so weak. The more I move, the weaker that I get, and I have to lay down to let the pain run its course and then ease up a little bit, and then I can get up again. And sometimes I have to wear sweatpants because when the pain is here, I can't take having this tightness here. Oh no, no, no. It'll probably get like that by the end of the day, and I'll have to put my pajamas back on. Now, when this is happening to me, I don't want to go out to lunch with my friends. I don't want them to see me looking like this. And when there's a lot of pain there, I have a lot of pain here. It feels that. And I don't know, that's just it. It's all together. It's like it grew from here all the way up and down my back, and then over to this side, and then the line of pain with the nerves going down and then digging into my leg and going down across my ankle and my foot and into my arch. It's an entire pain, and no one, I go to visit my kids and they go to hug me and I say, no, 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 don't touch me. Don't touch me. And it makes me feel bad because I love my kids. I mean, they're in their 30s, 40s, and early 40s, let me tell you. I don't want you to guess how old I am, but this has been like this for a long time. And they say regional pain, which means just my arm. But I am telling you that it went down this side of my back and down my leg. And that pain was way worse than the pain I had in my arm because it's so big. Your muscle and your nerves are so big in here that was, I couldn't walk and I couldn't sit for a long time, and it's still bad, but I can do some things. But if I was to go out and work in my garden, I would have to stop and then just lay down. If I'm laying down on the top of the dirt, that's fine. If I'm laying in the grass, that's fine. I have to do something. Sometimes I have a chair. If I can sit, I'll use the chair. My husband bought me a golf cart, so when I'm outside I can travel around, because I do like to be outside. I do like my flowers, and I try to do what I can. And I just have better days, and I have horrible days. And sometimes the horrible days last for a while, and then you feel, what am I doing with my life? I'm just laying on the couch. Why am I? And I try to get up, and it just doesn't want to work. I can't struggle that bad. And they say, what is the pain level? Well, my pain level is 10 when I can't move. It's so overwhelming. I can't function. Now, there may be somebody that gets their leg cut off and they're going to have more pain than me. How can I judge my ability to participate in life and think straight? Even it's just, I can't hear what people are saying. I just zone out, and I don't want to be seen in front of people like this. And I never know, so I can't make a commitment really how I'm doing that day. And then some days it's not so bad, but it goes back and forth. It goes back and forth. Now, in the summer, my husband bought me a very good riding lawnmower because I could no longer do the John Deere little lawnmower. I couldn't make the turns and stuff. It would hurt. It was too hard. So he bought me the zero turn, and it's got extra springs on it. So when I couldn't walk on them days, I would get on my machine and I would pull the lever and grab the handlebars, and I would go out and I would mow some grass. And sometimes I would have to stop because the pain in my arm was so bad and let it rest. I just had to do things when I can, and I can go as far as I can, but that zero turn lawnmower is a lifesaver for me because it's like a wheelchair when I can't walk on those days. And I take my socks off and there's nothing there except for the breeze, but I struggle with that, but as long as I'm not using my legs, it can hurt all it wants because it's going to hurt anyway. That's how I see it. And even in my back, and sometimes I can't do it, so I stop and I put it away and I go back in the house and I have to lay on the couch. So, well, this is it. And the jerking sometimes when if I have to talk to somebody and I get really nervous, that the jerking of my mouth really takes over and it's hard to concentrate on what I'm saying because I get messed up when it jerks. It's like a blink of that's a time in your brain. And then you have to come back and figure out what it was you were talking about and re-articulating the word that you were saying. Sometimes people finish what I say. Oh, so anyway, I'm getting lower and lower here. And I have to get off. My legs are going out from under me. I can't do no more, so I'm going to have to lay down for a while. And sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's longer than that. But anyway, this is my life. And God bless everybody out there. And I feel bad for other people who have more pain than me, but when this happens, I am in the realm of participating in things that go on around me. So again, this is Sue Sullivan, and the date is, I'm not sure, it's January, I don't think it says. No, it don't. Sorry about that. So I will let you go. Thanks for watching.